raise your hand. And when you raise your hand, you have to wait until I point to you, okay? So, Isley, do you have a question?
I want to pray.
You want to pray? Okay, I know a whole bunch of us want to pray. Let's do that after the story, okay? Oh, very sweet. Thank you. All right, hold on, Joseph, okay? Let's get started. So today I'm going to talk to you about a story in the New Testament. Can everyone say the New Testament?
The New Testament.
The New Testament, yeah. Shh, hold on. The New Testament, exactly. Hold on. So in the New Testament, we have the stories that are taught, or the stories that about Jesus. Can everyone say Jesus?
Jesus.
Now, who is Jesus? Who is Jesus? Raise your hand if you know.
Me.
Oh, Jamie was really quick. So who is Jesus?
He's a good person. He protects everyone.
Yes, everyone. All right. Ezekiel. Who is Jesus?
Jesus saved people and be safe and be healthy and be healthy.
All right. Emily.
He's God.
He's God. He's God's. He's also God's. Who is he? You know?
He's our dad. He's our shepherd.
Shepherd. Yes. Joseph.
He lives in my heart.
He lives in our heart. Exactly. But before he came to live in our heart, he was God's son. He was also fully human, fully God, all at once. And he came to earth to die for what? For our sins. Exactly.
Hey, do you know, Jesus was fall. Jesus died died on the cross. The man picked him up and he got him a donkey. He got him a donkey.
Oh, from the Good Samaritan story? All right, so while Jesus was here on earth as a human, before he came to live in our hearts, he was telling people about how much God loved them. And he was very famous for this. He would generate huge crowds. So we're kind of a small crowd here, but imagine there was the room was completely full. Because Jesus was, shh, we're going to be super quick, okay? Where was my train of thought? He was telling stories to people. He was telling them about how much God loves them. And you know what? He was healing people. Like all those bug bites that are bugging us, he would say, he would put his hand on them and they would go away. So, after Jesus had been talking to the people about how much God loves them after a very long time, he went off to go pray. Can everyone hold their hands like this?
I want to pray.
Like he wanted to pray. So, while he was traveling, he was with this group of people, his disciples. Can everyone say disciples?
Disciples.
Disciples were the people that were learning from Jesus personally. They would stay longer than the crowd, and they would just ask Jesus questions, and he would answer them. Now, Jesus told his disciples to go out into a boat without him, and he told them that he was going to join them. Sit down, Joseph, just wait 1 minute. Listen right now, okay? So, while the disciples were out on a boat, can we imagine? We're out on a boat. It was kind of rocking. Can everyone show me a rocking sea? A rocking sea.
What's this?
Yeah. Well, while they were out there, it started getting darker. It was sunset. And they saw clouds rolling in, and they looked very big and ominous. And they're like, uh-oh, this doesn't look good. Well, while it was coming, it got really, really dark, and they're like, I wonder where Jesus is. I guess we're going to meet him on the other side of the boat. Well, while they were out on the water, they looked out, and they saw someone on the water. They saw this thing. It was coming towards them. Can you imagine? So, close our eyes for a second and imagine it's kind of dark. They're looking out into the water when they see this kind of ghost. A ghost on the water. And they're like, oh no, it's a ghost! We're going to die! Because it was Jesus, exactly, Isley. Jesus said, do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. It's I, it's Jesus. And then Peter, can everyone say Peter? Peter was one of Jesus' disciples. Now, he looked at Jesus and was like, wow, he is walking on water. All right, who knows the physics of water? water tends to, if we try to walk on it, what happens?
No sink.
We'll sink.
Yeah, sink. Only down you have a life jacket and a floaty.
But then we'll just float. But Jesus was actually walking like solid ground like this. He was just walking on it. So Joseph's like, Lord, if it's you, command me to come out to you. And then Jesus said, come. He said, come.
Like I'm a Joseph.
Yes. So Peter, I believe he was a little shaky. He's like, okay, let's do this. Oh, whoa, this is weird. So he like put out another foot. Whoa, this is weird. He's like a little shaky, I think, because walking on water, that's weird. So he steps another step, and another step, and another step. Now, remember that storm I was telling you about?
Yeah.
Well, all of a sudden, there was a big gust of wind. Whew, and he's like, whoa! So that must be crazy. He's like, hold up, what am I doing? This isn't real. He doubted. And you know what happened? Clink. He fell straight into the water. Now, he's like, he's in the water now. He's not walking on it anymore. So Jesus came over and he took his hand, he took Peter's hand, and he pulled him up out of the water. I'll show you this picture. So, you see, right here. So here's the disciples on the boat.
I want to see.
Sit down. I'll show you guys, okay?
Is that Peter?
Yes, this is Peter. As you can see, he's
And
floating.
this is Jesus.
Yes, that's Jesus.
He's helping him to get.
Mm-hmm.
He grabbed his hand to pull him up.
He pulled him up.
To the
Exactly.
boat.
Now, when he pulled him up, this is what Jesus said. He said, why did you doubt? Why were you afraid? So, Jesus was telling Peter that he shouldn't have doubted. He took his eyes off of Jesus.
Excuse me?
Shh. Hold on, just listen.
See.
You can't see? All right, so let's go back so Isley and Emily can see. Can you see the photo now? So, can you hold it, Jenny? So,
This is
Peter took his eyes off of Jesus. Can everyone go like this? So let's look at the TV for a second. Let's look at the TV. Now, Peter, he took his eyes off of Jesus. Now, this is a very literal. I think if I was Peter, I would have been looking around. I would be looking at the ground and like, whoa, I'm walking on water. But when Jesus said he took his eyes off of Jesus, he was taking off his belief that walking with Jesus, walking on water because Jesus said so, was possible. He doubted that it was possible. That's why he sank.
like this.
So when we trust Jesus, we do the impossible things. But remember, it's always within his will. So when Jesus said that, Peter, come out to me. When Peter asked, can I go out into the water with you? Jesus said yes. So meaning it was possible for him to walk on water. Isn't that cool? Yes, Levi. Yes, we're done with the story. So let's wait, Levi. So let's fold our hands, close our eyes. Let's see, who wanted, Ezekiel, you wanted to finish off with our story. So let's fold our hands, close our eyes, and let's pray.
Thank you, Jesus.
Hold on, Isley. You're gonna pray for our snack, okay?
No, I'm gonna pray.
You're gonna pray for our story. Isley's gonna pray for our snack.
I'm gonna pray for this.
You too? Okay. We're all gonna pray for our snack, but right now let's let Ezekiel pray for our story.